I'm not fooling with it.
All right, settling down now, team. We've got a great show planned, so let's keep the energy positive. Any other ideas before we wrap? All right, you two. Save it for the couch. We're here. Just smile and wave.
Ain't going away. She's a devil, she's here to stay. Playing in my face now, bitch, I ain't never going nowhere.
Ooh, do you dream of me in your sleep? Wake up at night, that's hoping you don't see me. Creeping around your street.
I told you to stop. You never listen. Well, here we go again. We're making hamburgers shaped as hearts on a special cooking segment on my show with this fine-ass guy. I can't even pay attention. He is so damn hot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I tried to make them get along, but they just back here fighting. You can't win, girl. Cut it out. Stop fighting like this, y'all sisters.
How do we get a body like yours? How do we get very healthy and fit, but I don't want to be muscular?
So come and see me, yeah. You know what the hell I mean? I'm not fooling with it.
Took you many years to get famous on YouTube. How did you be so patient this long? I'm losing my mind here.
Another day. It's the Neomi Talk Show. Are you ready? Oh no, it's that time. It's the Neomi Talk Show. Are you guys ready? Y'all not ready for what I'm about to explode on your TV screen today, but I'm here to stay. Let's get this shit started. Hey guys, my name is Daywright. I'm here on the Neomi Show because I have a little bit of a double dilemma. I have a secret, and I'm bringing it to the show because literally, if I don't say nothing, it'll get worse. I'm in a bit of a pickle, but it's not a pickle for me. It's a pickle for the outside world, not you guys, but the people that this might be affecting. That's why I'm bringing them on the show today. Well, like I said, my name is Daywright. I'm on the Neomi Show because I know she could help my situation, help me figure out my situation. She's the girl for that. I first got to know the show on an episode, I think it was like the college university students, where she was pregnant, but it ended up not being his. That was the episode where I knew who she was. So I wrote to the show and they reached out and said they could help me with my situation. My situation's not new to the world, but it's upcoming to the world, and it's an actual thing people live with. Well, my situation is, I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, but I'm polyamorous, if y'all know what it is. It's pretty much you date multiple people, but I'm not straight. I'm a lesbian and I'm dating two girls at the same time. They don't know about each other. So I'm about to pretty much tell them I wanna be in a relationship with both of them. One of my girlfriends, Erica, I've been in a relationship with for 10 years, and she doesn't know that I'm dating someone else or another woman. So she might flip the script today, I don't know. But I've been asking her about this poly situation for a while, and she's been telling me no every time, that she would break up with me if I keep asking her. So I stopped and just started dating secretly. So we have to see how this goes on the show. I'm not gonna say more, but y'all already know what the hell I'm here for, so wish me luck. I could be walking out of here with two women or none at all. So let's hope that the Neomi Talk Show, Neomi can sit them down and help them understand that I'm not here to be some player. I just want to be in love with two women, if that makes sense, possibly three. Hey, it's me, your girl Neomi. Welcome to the Neomi Talk Show. Be back again, honey, with an all new episode. What's going on, y'all? Did you miss me? I'm looking cute, right? I'm looking too cute for y'all TVs, right? Turn it back off and then turn it back on again. I'm still here. I'm still looking cute to death. Y'all mad? No, I'm just kidding. What's up, y'all? It's gonna be a very large episode today. Very large, okay? We got a lot of people coming to the show today expressing their personal feelings, so we are not gonna have Chef Gorgeous today. But he will be on the show as soon as we can get him on here, honey. But we're in between episodes right now. I'm releasing those final 7. I'm trying to get out those episodes that I promised you, which is gonna be amazing, while fitting in also new ones making season 3 is coming around the bend in the fall. So are you doing big over here on the Neomi TV network, honey? So you just make sure y'all hit those subscribe buttons and notifications and make sure that y'all are doing your job. And it wasn't a request, it's a demand. Check how you want it. Oh, that sounded fresh. Take it how you want it. Anyways, if you're new here, I'm Neomi, and this is my talk show where I keep it cute, or your ass can keep it on mute. I sit guests down on my yellow seats right here and we try to work out their problems. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not Dr. Phil, I'm not a psychologist. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they leave the show liking me, sometimes they leave the show hating me more than they did when they first sat down. But if you love that, take a seat, have a snack, grab a drink, get some popcorn, because the show is about to start, honey, and it's gonna be good. Even if I have to be snatching wigs off y'all head, honey, and y'all gonna get it right here on the Neomi Talk Show. No wigs are safe. So with other episodes in the nearest weeks, continuing the summer into the fall, you're gonna have me jumping around from set to set. So I don't want you guys thinking that I completely changed sets again. I did not. That was just filmed months ago, but was supposed to be released a while ago, but they kind of spooked me. Not in a way where I can say I was scared of them because you know I like to fight. I mean, whenever they got a problem, they can meet me outside of my talk show, but the fist up, we can go. Y'all are looking at me probably by now like, why does she keep changing her clothing? Or listen, the more I move forward and back with it, keep showing y'all more and more cleavage, I don't want a problem.
If we was on a different platform, honey, you'll be getting eye patches. But because we're not, we gotta play it safe. Let's move on.
So back to what I was saying, we're gonna be jumping from new to kind of old to new to kind of old, but I promise you, all of the episodes look great. But I'm having such a good time with you guys on both shows. I feel like we're having new people coming in the room. I feel like we're having new people coming in the room, sit down and take a seat, and y'all are completely understanding me. Even though I have one person coming and ask me, who do I think I am? And I had to remind him, but bitch, everything you ain't. And don't ever misunderstand it, bitch, everything you ain't. And if you wanna know who told me that or why do I believe that, well, you could tell your daddy to ask your mama who the hell I am. She'll tell you fresh to fucking death I'm that girl. But don't let this pretty face fool you, okay? Walk up in here trying to talk your shit, okay, and you're gonna walk out with something in your asshole. I'm not the one, I'm not the two, and I'm not three. Don't play in my face. He came in my comment section talking about who do you think you are?
Yes.
The question is, bitch, who do you think you are? We'll wait, but then we're too bored. So next, bitch, I get it, I understand it. Your special bloggers and whoever you used to watch 10 years ago are not on the scene anymore, and all you see is pretty much AI. I get it, y'all are mad, y'all are depressed. At the end of the day, you don't have to like anybody's shit. It might be taking over YouTube, but bitch, blame the old YouTuber that got fucking tired of y'all asses. Okay, you're crying, you're whining. Maybe even YouTube's antics, who the hell knows? At the end of the day, I'm for me and all for me, and if you don't like that, that's your issue. Let me stand up and show y'all all of this body, honey. You see this Coca-Cola body. Y'all walk in here thinking y'all gonna get a robot throat type of bitch, not knowing I'ma remove the wig off your mama type of bitch. Let me grab this little piece of paper on this table. This is y'all notice. You know the one you get when you ain't paid your rent? This is your notice. Run your mouth. I'm about to pull out my Glock. Now let's move on to the show because I just reflected on my inner gangster. It's like bullets to the chest when a person goes, who are you, bro? And please believe me, I go back and I watch some of my shows with your dad when we're laying down in bed and I say, damn, who am I? I say, damn, who am I? And then your dad rolled over and says, that bitch. So like I said, let's move along with the topic. I'm sorry, y'all. They just get under my skin so bad. Like they're so bored and basic. Get a job. So as y'all can tell, we have an interesting show today. The girl I'm bringing on the show already told you pretty much she's polyamorous. Anybody know what that is? I think it's TLC, I can't be sure, or some other network. They got a bunch of that shit, a bunch of different TV shows showing up right now. Now, if you ask me, I think it's just an excuse to not be tied down, but you know, she's gonna explain it to us later in the show. I'm the average, is just regular macular, just like everybody else's honey. I go home, we eat dinner, we watch a movie, we go to bed, we get back up, we do our shows, keep it moving. I don't think anybody got time for that. 7-Eleven, that's a lot of people coming in and out, honey, grabbing hot dogs and chili dogs and slushies. Honey, ain't nobody got time for that. I can barely call how many bags, lounge fly bags I got at my house. I don't need to be counting, partners. Have you guys seen Johnny, Beth, and Peter, Joshua, Sarah, Melinda, and the Great Large Karen? But some people are into that type of stuff. I'm not judging. If y'all want to have the whole Greyhound bus full of bitches, that's y'all prerogative, honey. It's just too much counting, too much math. Of course, earlier in the show, she told you that she didn't let any of her girlfriends know, especially her longtime girlfriend, Erica, which she's going to break the news to her on the show. I keep telling my guests all the time, it never ends well when you do it that way.
Yeah.
You know you should always be honest when you come on the show.
Yeah.
But why would I stop a good fight? Y'all know y'all like a good cat fight on this stage, honey. It makes great TV. I'm just gonna place my chair in a different direction so, you know, I don't have to catch the slap. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down and your ass won't be around. My whole life turns cause you ain't been around. I'm going down. Y'all know who sung that Dawn song, The Good Book of Mary J? Y'all know that song? I wasn't really a fan, but you know, just the circumstances of the situation reminded me of that song. Day Right seems to be a cool girl, down to earth, and we talked before the show, but I still let her know, you know, this ain't for everybody. Yeah. I mean, I know if my partner said I'm ready to open up the bank to the world, I'm looking at him like the bank gonna be burning the hell down. And I don't know if he will be in the bank at the time it is burning down. Ask the coroner that's looking into the, you know, the debris. But y'all should know, better stop playing with people in long relationships. So first I'm gonna sit down with her longtime girlfriend, Erica. I think it's only fair to sit down with her first to see what she knows. And then we're gonna talk today right about the situation, and then we're gonna meet the second girlfriend, and we're gonna sit down with them together, and then she'll finally tell Erica, and then I'll just make sure that we have the bulletproof glass in front of us, you know, in case things go tough. Because, you know, lesbians can be quite rough, honey. They be thugging it out. I I got another show to film tomorrow. Another episode of this show to film tomorrow, which is quite exciting because I haven't been on the set in a couple of weeks. I decided to do 2 new episodes back to back, and not back to back for you guys, but back to back on a shooting schedule for me. Because late night became a very big show to shoot. At least give late night Monday, Tuesday, and pretty much Wednesday. I'm only telling y'all this because of things get kind of crazy on this show. I ain't trying to have no lump on my head filming for next day's episode. Okay, so we're gonna go to commercial, but when we come back, we're gonna be sitting down with my girl Erica and seeing what she knows. Hey y'all, we're gonna commercial real quick, but we will be right back. We're taking a short break, so go ahead, get a snack, go to the bathroom. Y'all ain't gonna wanna miss what's gonna happen on this day, honey. It's gonna get crazy on the Neomi Talk Show, but y'all already know how I'm set up like that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And make sure y'all hit that notification to know when I'm on every Monday, honey, to bring the drama, to bring the funny girl. Y'all know I know how to make the money, all right?
Where is the Neomi chocolate chip cookies? Over there. Yum. Completely delicious.
Oh wait, a commercial already started. Oh God, I think it's the late night commercial. Well, y'all should already know I'm your late night girl.
This show, it's a really cool show. It's very dark and grungy, but also witty. It has a couple of iconic villains in it, like Sand, who's a man, and some other iconic villains from the comic books, which I think fans are gonna love and enjoy.
Why Amazon? Why not like Disney Plus or Netflix or something like that in between?
Amazon decided on us. Well, Sony Studios still kind of owns the rights of everything with spiders.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a gray area where it landed into
He said he would fix groceries that didn't happen, gas prices that didn't happen. What did he actually do? He told y'all on the campaign he was gonna end the war in a week. Yeah. Well, it's been what, almost 2 years. Yeah. Now y'all can't get your tickets back, nor can you get your vote. Go ahead and say it. I know you want to say it. Go ahead and say it, girl. Tell them you told them something. I don't want to throw things in people's face and make them feel like I was right, but I absolutely was right, and he's showing it every day. Oh, it's quite embarrassing to be caught right in the White House sleeping on camera almost every day. I absolutely didn't want this for anyone. You know, a lot of people say that I would do this and I would do the gym, and you got that body right, and then you wanted to flex it. You know what I'm saying? And they do it different in Korea than we do it here. You know, if you come over here flexing, we live for it, honey. We like, how much more are you gonna flex? Can we see more? But over there, they will crucify you, honey. They will be like, no, he's doing too much. That's so inappropriate. Gotta lighten up over there in Korea, honey. Less is more. Well, that's what we believe over here in America. You really know how to move that body you're being in your videos, just moving that body in all the right positions for the camera. Yeah. Just moving something like this, you know, something like that. But you know what I say? What comes around goes around, and things started to show its ugly head. Just like you said first, it was color purple. Who needed a part 2 of that? And then, you know, things started coming out from that movie that the conditions on the color purple was not great. It wasn't top tier for celebrities. They wasn't paid well either, allegedly. Taraji came out publicly feeling kind of the same way. She didn't say it like you said it, where it was like pretty much, I'll smack a bitch. No, it was a statement you made a couple of years ago about you and your co-star on the Parkers not being paid restitution. I hope I'm saying that right for the show airing on networks, which I think is a damn mess. Also, if you didn't hear, James Van from Dawson's Creek also said he wasn't paid really well.
So I can kind of see, you know, where some people kind of think like, what the hell is going on? You know, like, is it rigged? All I know is I did an amazing job. I did what I could do. I raised what I could raise in this campaign, you know, so it was a damn shock. And I think I could have been a better candidate for California, better than the other two. I'm 99% sure of that part, but that's not what the people wanted according to the votes. They wanted someone else.
Okay, so my next one. Oh, there you are. Well, my show's every Saturday. Don't miss out. Your favorite celebrity might be right here on my show. See you there. Bye. The judge is here and the show's about to start. I don't think y'all can handle me. I'm too cute for TV.
He keeps breaking all the uniforms. It's not my fault I have gorgeous muscles.
You do indeed. You have $30,000 and you say it's not your fault. What part of that did you not think was your fault?
None of it, Your Honor.
Are you out of your damn mind? Judge, this is what I'm talking about. So plaintiff, your sister is bringing you to court for taking her money and stealing her man, and you don't see nothing wrong?
Nah, my sister didn't go to the Chris Brown concert with me, so that's why I did it.
Seriously? Plaintiff, why would you believe that you can live on somebody's house for a whole year and not pay your rent?
Because she's family.
What does that even mean? You gotta pay up or get out. You let my dog out of your property, and that's why he got hit.
It's not my fault that you're old and don't know what the hell you're doing. Your dog is old too.
You guys are suing each other because you're twins and you don't want to be twins? My head's hurting. You can't be serious. You brought this to my court?
Yes, we just don't want to be twins.
I didn't lose any weight with these pills.
He didn't lose weight because he's fat. He keeps eating.
I guess you have a point.
She's been bullying me. No, I haven't. She's just a booger. What the hell is that? You know, a loser.
Look at this dress. It is completely ruined. It does look damaged. It is her fault.
Don't they smoke a lot in Paris?
I did not give it to her that way. Now don't come to my show expecting you gonna get this quality out the door, honey. You gotta earn this quality, honey. But the show will be good and it'll get there, don't you worry about that.
But I'ma deliver the fast.
And possibly the ass too. Your Honor, she wouldn't let me ride. She said I'm too big, like 300 pounds. It is not fair.
Your Honor, I'm bringing my best friend to court for stealing my gorgeous Latin hunk. He didn't want you. What'd you say?
Cut it out now.
This is just for your awareness, guys.
Your Honor, I let her borrow my wig, and this bitch ruined it. Do you see the lace? It's ruined, Your Honor.
I didn't do that.
You're wrong. I didn't do that to that girl's wig. She up in here lying. I'm lying? Are you crazy?
Y'all girls need to stop this now. This is not Jerry Springer. Well, my show is every Friday, honey, so come and play and watch me rule it all, honey. Who will take home the money?
Come see what favor I rule in. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Hey guys, this is Jay from the Morning News, and I'm here to tell you what we bring with the news. So first of all, we bring the news.
Florida Highway Patrol officers pulled over a sleeping driver who had set his Tesla to autopilot while lying flat on a mattress in the back seat. Doctors successfully treated an elderly woman's severe stomach pain by having her drink 1.5 liters of Diet Coke to dissolve a massive internal blockage.
Drink this. It should help dissolve the blockage.
And the K-pop group BTS announced today they will not submit their music for consideration at next year's Grammy Awards.
We are announcing today that we will not be submitting our music for consideration at the upcoming Grammy Awards. This decision was not made lightly.
A jury in Australia officially convicted British social media entertainer and musician Young Philly on assault charges.
It's not the adoring scrum of rap fans he's used to. Young Philly swamped, this time by news cameras. How do you feel that you're not going to jail today? Are you sorry for assaulting her?
From the news, we go to the weather with the weather.
Recent destructive, deadly winter storms have knocked out power to 500,000 residents and devastated local infrastructure. In United Kingdom, highs are climbing significantly above average, prompting localized heat precautions. French officials declared the situation the most severe since World War II, with intense fire clouds developing.
Cette situation est la plus grave que nous ayons connue depuis la Seconde Guerre mondiale, avec des nuages de feu intenses qui se développent.
Then from the weather, we go to the latest sports all around the world.
Commonwealth Games, India secured multiple medals on day 7, including a historic men's 10,000 meters and weightlifting.
Roberto Mancini returned as the head coach of the Italy national team following their struggles to qualify for recent major men's world stages.
The Azzurri must return to the world stage. This is not just a job, it is a mission.
All the news will be on a weekly basis every Wednesday, and that will be all the news from all around the world every Wednesday. This was the news. We all see you next week with more news.
So if you like the news how I bring it, come and check it out. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date and get the latest news.
Woohoo! La la.
Oh my God! I think the show started. Hey guys, welcome to Naomi's Top 10 Countdown. Let's get the show started, shall we? Hey guys, welcome to a network, honey. It's the Naomi Countdown Music Video Top 10 show. It's something new and it plays every month, one time a month here on our network. So you have a place to go when you want to listen to my music. It's music videos and music that you see is owned by me, your girl and Naomi truly. I wrote and made all. I did it because I love music. I know you guys do too. Most of all of these videos that you're about to see have debuted on my late night talk show, and they're very hard to find. If you became a fan favorite of some of my music videos, well, their new home will be here. I mean, some of the best of the videos that I've made for this channel is on this episode, and no particular order because the show is new, but once people start to take an effect, then we can really do a countdown right here on Naomi's Countdown. This is my co-host Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hello, how is everyone?
Well, me and Sam will be doing this one time a month, counting down all the best videos that I make, regardless if it's new or old. You can come back and listen to your best playlist right here. And if you're new here, I'm Naomi. This is my network on YouTube, where I do almost everything, including writing and making and creating songs, but my studio is right here in Amsterdam.
Love it.
Hi, audience.
We're back from commercial and we are sitting down with Day Wright's longtime girlfriend. Erica was sitting down because we want to know Erica before we bring you guys out together. No, I haven't quite sat down with Erica yet, but I wanted to sit down with you first because I wanted you to tell us what's been going on. I'm sorry, girl, I'm all over the place. Let me try this again. I haven't sat down with your girlfriend yet, but I wanted to sit down with you first to get a better understanding. I was just feeling my audience and I have not been on the site in like 2 weeks, so I'm a bit off on my monologue. But I'm gonna get right back on the pony, honey, and get the writing into town. But like I said, I wanted to get started with you to see what you kind of known before I bring Day Wright out and get to know her a little better in the situation, why she wanted to bring you on.
Yeah.
So my first question I think I want to ask you while we're sitting down is, do you know anything of why she brought you onto the show? I have no idea. I don't have a clue.
Yeah.
I think my second question is, has your girl been acting different since she told you about bringing you onto this show? Like, has she been strange off any one of those things? Absolutely. That's funny that you say that. Like, the more days it got closer to getting here to your show, she was quite distant, very secretive, just acting really sketchy. She just wasn't herself.
Yeah.
We've been going through it for maybe a year now. I know she wants to tell me something about poly, but it's still gonna be a no. Like, at first when we met each other, I was like mainly bisexual, so I was not even like for the whole type of relationship type of thing, and she kind of swept me away and I fell in love with her.
But I didn't see myself actually dating a woman, and for her to kind of go out of her way and say, yeah, let's open our relationship and be a little bit more poly. I'm like, with a man, and she's like, no, like, so I'm kind of looking at her like, well, you pretty much knew that it was risky being in a relationship with you when it came down to me, so why the hell would I want to be in another relationship? I'm like, hell no, I'm not trying to do that, you know? And I like the traditionally relationship, one person versus one person, not 18 different people. It's like one of those rich parties at the rich throw where they just all jump in and are doing it together. That's how I look at poly. It's not sustainable for me.
But I'm telling you, if it's anything more crazier than that, I'm gonna flip the hell out because, like, we've been together for like 10 years. Like, ever since we got here on the set of your show, I've been like really extremely nervous to know what it was about.
Yeah.
And I asked her a couple of times backstage, but she kept laughing. Yeah. I said to her, I'm like, if it's anything crazy, you know, I'm getting crazy in this bitch. Like, I'm not for that shit. Like, play that with somebody else. Don't play that with me. I'm not the one. We've been in this relationship too long, and I've supported her in some of her adventures. Okay, while she sat on her ass and tried to build an empire she still hasn't even built to this date. Yeah. So I'm not trying to hear nothing out of the side of her throat about nothing, and she needs to respect my decision on how I feel about this. Okay, if that's what it's about, it's an absolute fucking no. And if she wants to go and do the poly or whatever the hell that shit's called, she could do it by herself, and I can go back to dating men like I was doing before I met her. Okay, this ain't Hey Arnold. She must think this is like a schoolyard playground or something or some shit. They think orange is the new black. Will you go from cell to cell, and if you want to do that, prison might be calling? But it ain't for motherfucking me. That's all I feel about that. Like, I told her all this year, stop bringing that shit up. I'm like, you're too damn old to have a tantrum like slam all the doors you want, or you can go back home to your grandma's house. And then it's like, you're over here requesting things in our relationship when you broke as hell, you don't have a job, you ain't looking for a job, you don't pay for a damn thing in the house. Can't even afford to get a box of bread or peanut butter and jelly, but all of a sudden you want to request poly. When I heard that that is poly, I thought it was an actual person. Yeah. When I found out truly what it was, I was like, girl, you better shut up before you go to heaven to see Polly. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, I was looking around the apartment and I was like, where that bitch Polly at? Yeah. I was looking all around my apartment, opening in doors and shit about to punch a bitch in their face. Yeah. I was all outside my condo looking under the cars and shit since she came out, and she said, babe, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm looking for Polly, and that's what she told me. And I was like, that shit sounds so crazy right now. She even showed me a show like that was supposed to make it seem better. The bitches on the show look stupid as hell. She was about as wide as a piano. It's the only 2 black couples on the damn show.
Yeah.
One girl is as big as that marshmallow on Ghostbusters, and the other one looks like my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I end up watching the whole entire few episodes with her, but I was like, NAH, that's just not for me, Naomi, for real. Like, I'll take a good piece of meat and go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what happens if you find out that your girl is in a relationship and you just don't know about it? And what happens if that is the scenario in your situation? What are you gonna do about that? Because, I mean, the only reason of bringing that up is because she wants to see other people. That doesn't mean she's gonna stop because you put a request in. Yeah. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You know what, Naomi? If she tells me something like that, listen, it's gonna be a left hook knockout. I don't care because that is disrespectful. Like on my mama, she know I do not play. Like, don't get me here and then clown me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we could have just ended it a year ago when she asked me the question, especially she knows with my job and shit, I don't play with that gonorrhea and shit. I'm very clean. I'm not out here in these streets just playing with everybody that walks by. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I completely understand what you're coming from or where you're coming from about this. It's not for everybody. It's definitely not for me either. So I completely get what you're coming from or where you're coming from. I've also seen the show that you were talking about, and this shit is crazy. It looks very messy. It's a very messy game, but like I said, I'm not here to down anybody who's into that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you can't bring that on somebody either 10 years into a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm busting your windows out and I'm going to your grandpa's house.
Yeah.
It's mentally draining to be in a relationship that long, and then, you know, you get this supplies put on your door, you know, especially when you know that you wasn't a full lesbian at the time. First, contribute to the bills and what you got going on at home before you decide that you want to bring another woman into your house and add more to your bills and your costs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
First of all, let me be clear. It was a dream. Clearly, she fell asleep, woke up and dreamed again because she knew that wasn't gonna fucking happen. Nobody living in my damn house.
Yeah.
I mean, she must have been playing like one of them Grand Theft Auto games, you know, because she don't have her own home, so she wasn't inviting nobody up in my shit that I paid for.
Yeah.
That's my condo. I went to the bank. I motherfucking requested that shit. That's mine. Okay, so Polly all the way to the back garden on the alleyway if I give a damn, but it wasn't gonna be in my shit.
Yeah.
They're straight knockout to the concrete. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if she's a tomboy in a relationship or what y'all call the top. She's gonna be hitting that ground straight bottom.
Yeah.
She must have been asleep or delusional to ever think she was gonna pull that off, and she would have saw that double punch in her face before she would have got that fantasy on that fuck island. I might be the female in a relationship, but when it comes down to my anger, I'm the aggressor. I'm the bitch on top. So take that corny ass shit somewhere else. Like I told her, I don't know a Polly. So I absolutely can see that would be an absolute no cause. And I was thinking maybe, you know, if she got out here and the girl was quite pretty, then you wouldn't mind as much. But I'm seeing right now that it's like, you don't give a shit. Like if she comes with that shit, it's like, I gotta move my couches in the audience. If you know what I'm saying? Like, but what if it was the opposite in this scenario? I'm curious about that. What if she was like, you know what? I'm curious. I want to meet too. Would it have been different for you in that scenario? First of all, once again, Naomi, she don't need to be trying nothing but a damn job, okay? A 9 to 5, that's the only thing she need to be experimenting. Second of all, it wouldn't matter if it was a girl or a boy. I can only deal with one bitch at a time, and I could barely deal with her as it is. So it would have been a no. She can't request shit from me, but a job. And before she started even requesting that, we were fighting about this very thing, so I don't even know why she would have came out of the thought of her lip knowing she was almost gonna be living with her grandpa. So no, I'm a one type of pony. I'm not with that pony shit. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I fell in love with her. I was bisexual, meaning I normally would sleep with a man as a threesome with a girl. But normally I would not just like hit up a girl and go like, what's up, left, let's throw it back. Because, you know, I'm not really technically into women, but I'm into her or I'm in love with her. So if that's what she's about to bring to the show, she about to find out. And the rest of y'all too, because at the end of the day, she don't want to bring me on the show and act the fool. Your show will not be ready for me. You might have had some interesting characters, but listen, I'm interesting just like you, girl. When I don't like something, I turn the F up and that's that. Well, Erica, we're gonna go to commercial, but when we come back, we're gonna be sitting down with your longtime girlfriend, Day, right? So when I'm done talking with her, I'm gonna bring both of you out, but please try your best to remain calm. I'll try. Let's go to a small commercial and we'll be right back with the Neomi Talk Show. So come right back with us because we're gonna be talking today, right? See y'all back in a second.
But you cannot leave me here alone. Cut! Great job, Mimi!
Oh, mine. Oh, what a beautiful day to show my love in every way. To be a wife you will find. What a beautiful day like this to fill the home with tender bliss. I love my husband dear. A beautiful day to show my love, to be the perfect wife for you. Beautiful day to say I love you more and more each day, to be a perfect wife for you. Oh, love Love is such a wondrous thing. To my dear husband I will cling, to love and to cherish each day, to be a good wife come what may.
I think you're gonna have to pay for that.
Thank you for giving me a ride home. I don't think I could have put this all on my bike.
You think?
Well, I felt bad, so I had to buy the whole entire store pretty much.
Look, cousin, I know you don't want to hear this, but the guy doesn't have a clue to save his ass. He's not that bright. You say all he loves is soccer and his parents. Why are you still making this work? You should just break this off now, before it becomes exhausting. I mean, look at you. You're sitting here in this bar pouting. You know I hate when you pout. It's just one of those guys that will never get it.
Okay, cousin, I'll see you later.
Get out of the street, cousin!
You.
And you.
What are you staring at?
I can ask you the same thing.
I asked you first. Oh, your dad let you out of the house? Oh, that's great. You're not in timeout. Timeout. Good for you, Pete.
First of all, I'm a grown man. I'm over the age of 20, so don't be sarcastic, and I keep telling you I'm not afraid of him.
Sure.
I don't know if this is like some type of prank. Every time I see you, you're always talking about me being terrified of my own father. It's not funny.
Oh dear, that must be him now. Honey, I'm sorry. I thought you were my husband. This is the Vanatten residence. Am I speaking with, I'm so sorry, but my husband is not home right now. He's at work. He'll be home later after 5. You can call then. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. That was strange. You're late again. Why are you late tonight?
Oh, I got caught up at work.
You mean you got caught up with your father?
Don't start. I'm just trying to have a great meal tonight.
You know, honey, you have to start making me a priority in your life. I feel like I'm the last person you take serious in this relationship.
Listen, that's violent.
First thing you think about when you wake up is your parents or your job or soccer. That's not fair to me. When I wake up, I think about you. I make your lunch, I make sure you're leaving the house with your brains attached.
Why do you always do this? Why do you always try to make me feel like I'm the villain? Because I love my parents?
You are the villain! Because you don't treat me the same.
That's not true. I'm not gonna argue with you all the time about this. We're already married, you should just go ahead and accept it.
I will never accept it!
What's wrong, son? Was it another fight between you and her?
Yes. She doesn't understand that you guys are older and that I need to take care of you, regardless if she likes it or not.
I'm so proud of you, son. You remind me of my own father. I'm very proud of you, son. But I don't think she's the woman for you.
In fact, you tell me that all the time.
Son, you have to fix the sink. Look at it. Looks like a sprinkler went off in here.
I wonder Lost too.
We're back from commercial. Make sure you guys check out my movie at the end of August, Wonder Lost 2. The original mini movie is also on the channel. You can go check it out before the full movie comes out. That movie is special to the channel only because it was a year ago when I launched this channel, so it's almost like a graduation present to the channel on how much this channel have grown. Yeah. It's a feature-long film that will be premiering at the end of August, and if you have not checked out Neomi, that's available right now, it's an action-packed superhero flick, and check it out now on the channel. Can we give a round of applause to our guest today? I just sat down with your girlfriend, Erica, of 10 years, and I like her. I like her a lot. She's a really cool girl and she mean business. She stands on it too. I absolutely don't think she knows half of what you already told the audience and what you sat down and said to me, but I think she's gonna absolutely ruin your whole entire life when she finds out. But I think she's gonna absolutely ruin your whole entire life when she finds out. She said the only poly you should be talking about is on an application. She's not trying to hear any other shit you're trying to talk about. You too broke to request anything in this relationship. Yeah. She told us, my audience and my viewers, but I don't even know why you would request anything from her when you are pretty much a broke ass bee that should be going out and finding a job. So I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you have the floor because they were gonna bring out this girl that she does not know about. But before we get into any of this, why are you requesting anything in this relationship? If you are not helping with the bills and you're not doing your half in this relationship, that's like quite weird. Yeah. I mean, do you not think it's like freeloading to kind of being in a relationship, eating, running up the bills, not contributing, and then turning around in bed and saying, let's be poly? That's not strange to you? Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. Thank you for bringing me and my girl on this show. I appreciate that. And listening to my story, you didn't have to do that, so thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, my girl, that's crazy. Like, if she knows about this, she's probably gonna get nuts on the stage with me, but it's okay. And my girl knows I'm a hustler, mean a hustle, and I can be all types of things. I'm not gonna discuss that on the show, but she knows exactly what I do, and it brings the money. Maybe not all the time, but when it does, it's big. We go on vacation and I take care of her, you know? So I don't know why she comes on this show talking about that shit like it's whack. Yeah. I was gonna do my thing regardless. Like, we met through a mutual friend. She's absolutely right. She wasn't fully into women. She fell in love with me. I fell in love with her. If some things that my girl is not comfortable with doing that I might want done, you know? Right. So another girl can do that, but she doesn't want to do that. So it's just like, what do I do? Yeah. I've been with men, but I'm not into men. I did that, you know, when I was in the closet, but I'm not in the closet anymore, so I don't find it necessary. Man or not, my thing, I love women. Yeah. I'm not gonna be finger dancing myself. You know what I'm saying? When I have a significant partner that's not comfortable with that because she's not really into women, you know? So it's just like the fuck. Yes. But it's very hard in the relationship that we have because we are very good and very compatible, you know, like with the love part, you know, watching movies, going out together, hitting up clubs. Yeah. So a year ago, I was talking and we were watching, you know, the show on TV. It was about a poly relationship. And so I started researching it, looking it up, and I brought it up to her again. And she was like, you know, if you keep talking about this, we're gonna be scrapping outside in the parking lot. I'm like, yo, Erica, like, what about me? And she's like, what about you? And I'm like, you know, you're not comfortable with certain things, so are we gonna do that for another 10 years? I'm not trying to just go deep diving for another 10 years and not have someone deep dive me as well. Fuck that. It's like, we're really good when we're not doing bedroom stuff, but when we're doing bedroom stuff, that shit is corny, bro. Like, how long does she want me to be downstairs? You know what I mean? If she's looking for that type of activity, she could buy a horse. Right. You know what I mean? Put whatever the horse likes down there, he will be licking for days. But am I gonna be doing that for 3.5 hours? No fucking way. Yeah. It's not happening without someone, you know, having a turn to make me feel a certain way. Not every girl wants that. No. But I'm the type of girl that enjoy my body parts, being with fireworks and everything else too. You know what I mean? So I explained to her my situation. I was like, babe, like, I give you what you want in bed, but you don't give me what I want in bed, and it's becoming boring. She's like, what do you want to do? Yeah. I told her that I said, this is what I want, and she understood it, but then she was like, nah, I'm not doing no effing poly. She asked me how I wanted to mix it up. I was like, I want to bring another girl in that could take care of me while I'm taking care of you, and she's like, hell no, let's do a guy. I'm like, what? Yes. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not trying to be polypiped. I said, I'm looking for some action, Jackson. I didn't say a whole goddamn cucumber. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's crazy, and that's not what I'm meant to. You know what I mean? I understand she's not into that either, but that's not what I'm meant to. You know what I mean? And it's kind of unfair, you know, because I'm giving her what she needs. Right. I'm not forcing her to be with another woman. That's not what I said. I said that woman could take care of me while I'm taking care of her. She's out here and she's talking about bills and she's talking about me getting a 9 to 5. What I'm talking about is, when she's feeling good, I want to feel good. I want to be able to say, God damn, this shit is good, but I can't do that because it's just like I'm dating a woman who is partly straight and isn't into other women. And I know that's who I chose to love. I get that part right. But it's just like, why would you suggest a man when I'm already doing that for you? You shouldn't be suggesting anything. It's me in a relationship who's being left in the puss pasture. It's me who's being left behind, not her. Right. So I don't understand why it's difficult for her, or I'm suggesting things without a job. I can completely understand what you're saying. I can completely relate to what you're saying. Right. You're pretty much saying that you're giving her needs, but you're not getting any in return. But let me just say this. Maybe you should have suggested therapy instead of suggesting a whole nother woman, because either way that you look at it, this doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you suggested another woman. She's not into a woman, and you will be bringing another woman into the bed, which would make it double weird, and you don't want a man in the bedroom. So what I think is happening here is a psychological issue between the both of y'all, that y'all are mentally in love with each other, but not physically in love with each other. And that's why a therapist would have been great. What if it was to work, it would eventually break you apart because you're enjoying what that other woman can do better than she can. All the same for the man. If she was enjoying what the man can do, you know, you would be very disappointed in the simple fact that she's enjoying it that much that would ruin the relationship. So before we go to commercial, our third commercial, before we sit down with the side chick that Erica doesn't know about, can you tell me a little bit about this outside woman? I kind of want to know how we got started. How did you get around Erica not knowing? And what is your personal feeling on when Erica finds out? Are you willing to drop this woman? What's next?
And I kind of want to know what you were thinking, knowing you've been in a relationship with Erica for 10 years, stepping out like this with a girl, knowing that's not what she wanted you to do. But what was your thoughts?
Well, let me just say this, Naomi. First of all, I've been fighting with the same thing for 10 years. So at the point that I told her about the whole poly situation, I was at my last end, my last rope. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I didn't really give a shit at this point because, I mean, I was drier than a lake in Arizona. We were fighting a lot at this point. I was staying a lot at my grandpa's house, who's very accepting of my situation. My parents are not very accepting. My family isn't, but my grandpa is. I was staying at his house over the weekend because we got into a fight, and then I went to a club, and this is where I met Akasha. She was the prettiest girl at the bar. We hit it off, and I got her number that night. I got very close to Akasha over the weekend, and for a while we were just dating. I didn't do anything with her. It was more of like a relationship. I ended up going back and staying with Eric for a while, and things were really close, but I still had her on the side. And then we finally, you know, did the big one, and it was great. It was better than anything that me and Erica ever did. I was blown away. So I was ready to risk my whole 10-year relationship. And to be honest with you, I don't have no regrets. I don't feel bad or anything, because with the caution, I could be myself into 50-50 situation when it becomes sexual with us. When I'm with Erica, it's like I'm in like a straight relationship. You know, where, you know, you go to Sunday church, you get back home, and it's like, I don't think we should do that anymore. Dealing with my family not accepting me, I don't want to be in a relationship where the woman is kind of making me feel that way too. And I mean, like I said, the chemistry me and Erica have is amazing, but anything else, it's not good enough. It won't survive another 10 years. It's just not strong enough. The foundation is cracked. Don't get me wrong, Naomi, I love Snatch, okay? But I'm not trying to spend 4 hours down there and not have somebody fill my plate too. You know what I mean? She's not willing to do that. And my new girl, Akasha, is every bit of that. She does it to me, I do it to her, and we keep the ball rolling. You know it's a good time when we're done. I absolutely love Erica, but do I think I can be with her for another 10 years? Absolutely not. I know I should have broken it off. That's the only thing right now I feel bad about, is that I didn't break it off sooner, and I dragged this along, bringing 2 women into it. The mental relationship is a lot more stronger with Erica, and the physical is a lot more stronger with my other girl, Akasha, you know, and bring them both together would be amazing, but I know that can't happen. I know Erica is gonna freak the hell out on this stage. She's probably gonna cut, scream, try to choke me out, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Well, y'all heard it here. First Day said she gonna flip out, so y'all know it's about to go down. So let's go to a small commercial, and we'll be right back.
So ironic, I heard you had a new movie coming out. Yeah, we have a movie. It's gonna be out September 25th, of course on Neomi TV right here on YouTube. Y'all should definitely watch. We're freaking hot.
Supongo que nunca lo sabemos. Nunca tendrás mi confianza. El corazón lo sabe. Es tan inaudito.
Yeah, the movie is pretty much about the story of La Tulip, but then we invade the movie.
It should have been about us the whole time.
You know, me and my brother, 2 hearts.
We're the main show, I promise you. And we got the looks.
Mixtape Dream Machine might be over until Christmas, but come in September, I promise my channel, y'all would meet my group, La Tulip, and they ain't alone, boo. Why have 1 set of twins when you can have 3 set of twins, honey? And who said they got along? Does any pop boy band ever get along? So here's a sneak peek look at a trailer of my movie coming this September 25th. That will be a Friday. This movie will premiere, and y'all are gonna love every bit of it. It's an hour film. Get ready, y'all. This movie did not come to disappoint, honey.
The movie was about us, but we had to share with these dirtbags. But we still stole the show. I mean, look at us. Did we do something to offend you? No, it's just a bit weird. We just got off stage, we're tired, annoyed, and then we have to bump into you. We're about to go on stage just like you and kill it. Naomi just wanted us to fit in here until you got here and do a meet and greet so you know who we are and we know who you are. Yeah, now we know each other. Peace.
Don't be disrespectful to them. They came so far from Korea, okay? Just like y'all came from the Netherlands. Don't play in my face, you hear me? Leave them alone. Be respectful. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Tonight, we're taking over. We are the kings of this city. Yeah, we'll light it up. Let's go. Ha mostrado, ya no hay sombras oscuras. Desdobla, el pesadilla está aquí. No me quedaré atascado, ni yo me venderé sobre las
You just heard La Tulip on this very stage. Now here's my second group that will blow your mind. Welcome to the stage, 2 Hearts.
너의 눈빛, 나의 마음, 영원히 함께해. 사랑해. Como si estuviera guiando, intentando que entiendas que no estoy bromeando.
They're over there fighting again, bro. Don't worry about them.
Escribido, esto es mi cita, ahora escucha. Ya dije, dejemos de bromear. Vamos a
We are flying high above the crowd tonight. You have to stand on this platform. It will rise above the stage where y'all will be in the center of the stage. So come stand right here. Okay, cool. We heard you on that late night show talking crap about us. You don't even know us, bro. You're too freaking old to be talking about us. We're 20 years old. Who do you think you are, bro? Back off. If I was you, I would stay out of our way. You might be older, but I'll knock you out, bro.
We are rocking upside down. Scream it out loud to the crowd. Feel the power. We are the masters of the sky. Your love is beautiful, it is so beautiful. Girl, it's all about you, forever in love. Yeah, baby.
I managed two groups, LaTulip and Two Hearts. They were fighting with each other. I said, y'all better get your shit together.
I will always be by your side. Everything I do is for you.
Si eso está bien, corazón de truena, agua de lago, todavía estoy sacando.
Get out of the way, it's my turn to shower. You're a damn hog. We're running out of time. I just need 2 more minutes, bro. Chill. You're really going in with the towel? Shut up, it's hot. Not anymore. We might be the villain of this movie, but villains do have more fun. You guys? You guys coming in? This is my spot.
Get out of our way! You're finished! You're going down!
Our movie is September 25. Are you coming? Lord, I hope so.
Okay, we're back from our commercial, and that was my movie that's coming in September at the end, La Talib. It's a real movie, so make sure you guys look out for it. Thanks. Okay, so we're sitting here with Day and Akasha. Akasha is Day's girlfriend, the side chick. I'm only saying that because she's not the main chick, and apparently she knows it. I'm just saying. We got to know Erica earlier, so this is the girl that you've been talking about before we went to the commercial, so I'm going to get to know her before we bring Erica back onto the stage. Does that sound good to everybody? Great, awesome. Everybody agreed. Great, awesome. Now, let's not be doing no disrespectful stuff on this stage. Be respectful, and I'll be respectful. Yeah. I don't want you saying nothing crazy about Erica because Erica doesn't even know you exist at the moment. So let's be respectful. And I'm not saying that y'all are being disrespectful, accusing you of trying to be. I'm just clearing the air and making sure, because sometimes people get ahead of themselves. Now, I am curious. All of you, including Erica, have the same color hair. Was that a coincidence or was that on purpose? I'm kind of unsure.
It was a coincidence.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't a coincidence with Erica. Is that right, Day? Yes, yes. Me and Erica meant to have the same hair color. It was just a coincidence with Akasha. Yeah. But it didn't really matter for me. I was gonna get the same look as my baby Day. I don't really care. Like, I wanted to look like her. She wanted to look like me. We're madly in love with each other. I love her. And I understand the situation between her and Erica, but I think Erica, no disrespect, needs to go back to a man because I don't think she's bisexual. I think she was just experimenting. Yeah. And we're not in preschool. We should all know what we want before the age of 20. She's older than 20. She's older than me. She's down there almost 30. Where my baby was feeling a certain way because she wasn't trying to go downtown. I'm like, you need to ditch this girl. She's not good for you. I'm better for you. We take care of each other. I met this girl in the club, and she was a beautiful, beautiful work of art. When I saw her, my heart started beating real fast. When we did talk, she was like, okay, I'm with Erica and this is new to me. We've been together for 10 years. I'm trying to see where this is gonna go, so they gotta give me a minute. I respected that. She told me how her father didn't accept her and her mom didn't accept her, and the only person that was for her and not against her was a grandfather. But then you live with a girl like that. But then she would tell me that they would fight about stupid shit like her not wanting to go down south to Florida. You know what I mean? Y'all picking what I'm throwing up, and that's ridiculous. That's a one-sided relationship that nobody should be in, and that's not fair. Like, you're down there for like 2 hours. Like, you're not fishing, bro. You're not bringing back home haddock for the family. So I would tell her on the phone, like, you need to ditch her or move on, let her go back to a man. Come with me, move in with me. I also have my own place. You know, you shouldn't have to go through that. Making you feel a certain way when you want pleasure, that's crazy. I think she would have more fun being baptized every time she was horny. You know, it's like living in a household with a straight woman. No offense, she is a straight woman pretending. She needs to drop that girl and just be with me. We could do this together. She's just not good for her. And then whenever Day tells Erica about the whole Polly situation, she's always threatening to beat her up. Like, what girlfriend decides she wants to commit violence because of our choice? What's next? She goes and gets an ice cream with a cone and says, I want chocolate. She's gonna knock her over the head because she didn't get vanilla. It's ridiculous. She doesn't need that woman. I'm still scratching my head and trying to figure out how they were ever even together in the first place. This woman is a heterosexual woman, get her groceries out, but don't want to touch a woman. Yeah. I keep telling Day, this is crazy. Like, nobody should have to go through this. Like, when you're dating someone, how are you with a homophobe and you call her your girlfriend? I mean, that's what I'm gonna never touch you there. Yeah. I'm never gonna touch you there. Like, that's not for me. Yeah. I'm not into that type of sports, but you're dating a whole fucking woman. Yeah. You're making out with her and you're letting her go down south. And then when it's your turn, it's like, oh no, I'm a Christian. When she's with me, she doesn't live a life like that. You know, we do what we do when we are done with smiling because she's satisfied. She goes home whistling okay like she's Sherlock Holmes. When she's with her girlfriend, all she does is talk down to her. You need a 9 to 5. You're a bum. You need to go live with your grandpa. This is not working. You're not good for me. You don't keep me happy. Day doesn't deserve that. She really doesn't. And she's a really good, passionate partner. And Erica needs to go back to a man. That's just how I see it. A lesbian hates the sight of meat, and you could pretty much say we're vegan. Okay, the simple fact she sat on here talking about meat in front of your audience, so she is a straight woman. No offense, but Day can look as masculine as you want to, but at the end of the day, Day knows what's between Dave's legs, okay? And it's not meat. And then you mentioned therapy earlier, that they should have went to therapy. What is therapy gonna do other than pretty much tell them each one of them are looking for different things? If you look up at the American flag, it stands for American, duh. Day doesn't need to be reminded she's a lesbian, and Erica does not need to be reminded that she would rather never look at a snatch. You know what? I don't have no issue on what you just said. You're absolutely correct, and that's what I was just saying. You know, they might be mentally good for each other, but not physically. Yeah. And we're about to find out today if they're compatible or it's gonna go left or right. Yeah. You know, and then y'all can just go your separate ways. No, I understand you guys been together for 10 years. Yeah. 10 years of a long time, so you know y'all mentally together must have been a powerful thing, but if the bedroom ain't bedroom, baby, then what do you guys really have? You know you can be a very strong powerhouse mentally, but you'll have to kind of be sexually compatible as well. And that honestly goes for anybody, the audience, the viewers. Y'all can play games all day and think that a mental relationship is great, but someone in a relationship is always gonna want more. Yeah. So my suggestion is not to hold back either one of those partners if it's not gonna work, or like Day feels suggest opening up the relationship. If that doesn't work, move the fuck on. So we're about to bring her out in a few minutes, but what is gonna happen here? Because I think both of y'all wanna know if you're moving forward or are you gonna work things out with Erica? What's happening? I absolutely am madly in love with Akasha. I'm gonna have to break the news to Erica and probably embarrass her on TV. And I'm really, really messed up about it. Like, I really love this woman right here. I fell in love with this woman right here, but I also am mentally in love with Erica. I know I need to let her go.
Part of me is like, I wish I never came on this show, which I'm glad I came on this show, but like, I'm in love with the both of them. I've been with Erica that I don't know what it's gonna be like not being with her, you know, fully. Like, I know she's gonna flip out.
Babe, it's gonna be okay. This relationship is done. It's really done, babe. She's not the girl for you. I can take care of you, babe. I understand that you're used to her, but you gotta get over this. She's not the woman for you. I am. I'm the woman for you. I love you. Just let her go. This is the place where you could let her down easy. I just have to say, this connection right here, it's everything I never knew I needed. So babe, I'm gonna go backstage and I'm gonna let you do what you need to do, and then when it's over and done with, I'll be back to take you home and we're gonna have a good life. Don't even worry about it. That was a very nice exit. I like her a lot. So are you ready to bring Erica on stage and tell her what you need to tell her? Because you know there's no going back once you tell her this. If you know going back, she's gonna feel some type of way. And you know, you guys might be destroyed forever, but you need to tell her. So this is why I'm asking you, and are you gonna tell her, or do you want me to help you tell her, or do you want me to tell her myself and then you can just chime in? What do you want to do? I'm so nervous right now and I don't even know what to say or do, so I think I'm just gonna let you build it up and tell her. We've been together for so long, it's just like I don't want to break a heart and I don't want to put this onto her table. It's messed up, I know it is, I'm sorry, but I can't do that anymore. Welcome back to the show, Erica. I'm so glad to have you back on the show. Y'all are finally sitting together, but I noticed this is a very serious moment for the both of you. You've been backstage for a while, so I know both of y'all are very anxious with each other, especially you, Erica, because you don't know why you were brought here by Day, but Day wants me to explain why, so I'm gonna do that. Because you remind me of myself. We think with our impulse first instead of taking it through. Okay, I don't got a therapist, nor will I ever have a therapist, but let's help each other in this moment. And understand that Day did not bring you here out of disrespect, but she felt like she wanted to get something off her chest. Now, remember what I said to you earlier, Erica. I said, let's hear her out before we start acting crazy. Take a moment to take it all in and then we'll talk. Do not react before you take it in. I see you're getting very nervous over there. Let's breathe. Okay, the thing that brought you here today, why your girlfriend of 10 years day brought you here, is because the poly situation that you mentioned was not working for her. The main issue that I took out today that Day discussed on the show was that you guys pretty much are not compatible when it comes to sexuality. That is just mind over matter. That's how Day feels. So the main thing that they wanted me to explain to you, because you're just so emotional over it, is that she's been dating another woman for a couple of months now, and it's serious. So why the hell did Neomi have to tell me about the situation? Why didn't you tell me at home? You had days that I asked you specifically what's going on. Do you have something to tell me? You told me no. You know what? I wasn't ready for those type of things, and I told you to let me have the time to understand myself before we go, Father. You agreed upon that, so I don't know why you're tripping. You know I was not down for this whole poly situation. Just like I would never force you to be with men, you are not going to force me. You know, it was a struggle being together with you, but I fell in love with you, and we found our way, and we've been together for 10 years, 10 strong years for you to throw that out the window. I don't care about none of that. Like I told you, you're not gonna bring me on the show and make me look like some clown in a clown show with circus freaks. It's just not gonna happen. Just tell me, I just wanna know, how long have you been seeing this girl for? Because you know how I feel about this shit. Just tell me how long. All I wanna know is how long.
Calm down, it's not that big of a deal.
Don't tell me to fucking calm down. Are you out of your mind? You did this to me, and then you want me to calm down?
It's almost been a year that we were dating.
A year? Are you kidding me? A whole year? You were stringing me along, and I'm nobody's fool.
I'm not saying that you're my fool. I didn't say that.
Oh my God, a whole damn year. I'm not even mad. I'm embarrassed and disrespected. You know what? I don't gotta deal with this shit, but nobody.
Calm down, relax. Just take a seat, take a deep breath. We'll get you through this.
Stand by. Program will return in just a moment. Urgent. Something happened backstage. Notice, the Neomi Talk Show will return in a moment. We apologize for the interruption.
You know what, Day? You are not gonna treat me like this. You're not gonna bring me on TV and embarrass me. You know how much money I spend on you?
Please stand by. The program will return in a moment. Something happened backstage. The Neomi Talk Show will be back shortly.
You're gonna disrespect me like this? You're gonna treat me like this on national TV? We've been together for 10 years. I'm sorry, Neomi, I really am. But this bitch is gonna pay!
Just give her a few minutes to calm down. She's in the dressing room right now. Just give her a few minutes to calm down. Tell Neomi too to give us 2 minutes, please.
I trusted you. I never would have thought you would have done something like this to me. Did you just touch my girlfriend? Also, you're the girl she's been seeing on the side.
The Neomi Talk Show will return in just a moment. Something happened backstage. Program will return in a moment.
Absolutely nuts what just happened on my stage, but I'm not surprised. She was very hurt at what happened. And how do you feel about this?
I'm devastated, but I understand she's pissed at me. But that's not my only secret.
Wait a minute, hold on, let's park the brakes right now. Hold on, I'm letting my brain process what I just heard. Okay, so you're telling me you have another secret. What is the secret? I need to know. This show already went straight off the fucking rails. How crave you can this secret get? I mean, honestly, you got beat up on my stage by your 10-year girlfriend and you're telling me there's more. Yes, Naomi, unfortunately, I do have a secret. I've been dating another woman for about 3 months because I want to do this whole poly lifestyle. And my second girlfriend doesn't know about her yet. The relationship is fairly new. I met her at the club, the same club I met Akasha. I haven't told Akasha about it yet because she's still on the fence about the whole poly relationship, so I kept it to myself. But I'm dating this girl that I met in the club. She's supposed to be some like popular influencer, but she's sexy to me. I really think she's pretty, and this relationship has started getting serious. And I know that I'm probably not gonna have a relationship with Erica anymore, so I kind of want to bring her to the show and introduce her to Akasha and make this a real thing if you would have me back. I don't mind you coming back and sitting on this stage again, and I had such a good time with all of you girls, honestly, but my biggest question is, how many people are you trying to be in a relationship with? Have you actually sat down and gave yourself like a raw number of how many women that you want to be in this poly relationship with? I don't need a 12-episode season with you. I mean, I would date 10 women or 15 women if my body would allow me to. To be honest, I'm like really enjoying this lifestyle. Okay, girl, you got some issues going on with that has everything to do with you. I will definitely have you back if you want to bring your girlfriend, the second one, on to meet the third one. I would love to have you back.
Well, before we close the show, which we're about to do in a few seconds, I want you guys to meet the third woman that she is dating. Her name is Maybay. Welcome me back to the show.
Also, we'll see these three couples in a few weeks on my show for the part 2 of this episode to find out if the second woman is going to accept the third woman. I don't think this can get any crazier on the Naomi Show, but it's right here. We're way over our time, guys. I'll see you next week for an all-new episode. You know you are a mess, right? I can't wait to have you on the show again, but girl, don't bring any other women with you. I've seen enough women today.